Welcome in and good Thursday. How's it going, Flyquest Nation? Here we are. I'm Floofys. This is Parks. We got Will on the sticks, and we're here with yet another ESEA Advanced Season 56 game.
Flyquest Nation. Sorry.
Flyquest Nation. I don't know. I was trying to think of an opener.
That just made me think of like Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Like I don't know. That's kind of what came into mind. But no, it's an interesting match that's going to be coming forward today. We have the girls going up against a team called Imperium. Imperium currently sitting at I swear I was prepared for this. Sitting at a 2-1 record on the season. And you can see actually that we'll bring up the standings right now. 2-1 on the season versus Flyquest Reds 1-1. Of course, we were supposed to have a match last night. Valve had other decisions. They put out the season 4 premiere, which meant everything broke. No Anubis
Valve
tonight.
time.
Valve time, exactly. No Anubis tonight, but yeah, I mean, an interesting matchup to be had for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Nuke, it's a map that the Flyquest Red side loves to play. It's a map that we've seen them be victorious on. We were even joking in the pre-show, are we going to get Nuke or are we going to get Dust 2? And we got Nuke. So, it's always going to be... Did I say that backwards?
You did say that backwards. It's okay. We got the non.
We got Nuke. Yeah, we did. It's nearly a 50-50 chance whether it's going to be Nuke or Dust 2. But let's talk about the other team, or desert or non-desert. But let's talk about the other team here as they're on our screen. Xtios, Messy Zombie, Charon, Skittle, and Punk. I'm going to assume that's Punk and not Pink, but I guess it could be.
Pank would be an interesting
Pank.
Name. How many letters how many vowels have we replaced from being something to an X? So I think that's really funny.
Hey, what do you want for breakfast? I want Pank. Mean pancakes? No, Pank.
Pank. I want my Pank. Could be Punk, could be Pink. Blackpink, I believe. Don't they have an X instead of an I? Anyways, I'm way out of my depth on all these conversations. Let's bring it back in. So it is going to be Nuke coming on here for the team, of course. We saw some interesting things last time around when they played Nuke earlier on in the season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe they still lost that match, but it was a hell of a lot closer after a little bit of fighting back in from the gang. I'm just trying to remember. No, was that the match they won? Hold on.
We had two matches last week. The opening game they lost, and then the game right after they did win. And they were both actually 13-9s. I am being reminded from production that, yes, they did win on Nuke last week, 13-9. And they lost on Dust 2, which is, again, the two maps that we're going to probably see a lot of. Imperium, on the other hand, it looks like they've had 3 so far, and the one that they lost is Sportsbet Expert. And that happened on Ancient. So, I'm glad we don't have to watch Ancient myself, but I do know that, as far as Foursquare map designs, it's your green Mirage. So, good times there.
Nothing can compare to Nuke though. We've yet Vertigo was the closest that could do it because it's the multi-dimensional map. You got 2 levels. But no, Nuke is the OG. Nuke is the one and only, and I'm very happy that we'll be watching it tonight. And side start.
Yeah, and it is Nuke. It is a map where you are going to want that CT side. Imperium taking away the knife round from Flyquest Red. They are likely to go for that CT side, and they do. And we're going to roll right into this game. No waiting, no pausing, just pure action.
Apparently my mic is messed up again.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll take us into it here. Flyquest Red taken to the T side, emerging from the spawn. We're going to get right into this one. Who likes the new butterfly noise? So, a lot of patch notes yesterday. We didn't get to see the big one, which is no Anubis tonight, but we might get a chance to see how some of the SMGs perform after they've been upgraded. MP7 and MP5, both with a little bit of extra damage and a little bit longer of a fall off. Uh, and the Bison, which I doubt we'll see, has been reduced in price by $100. Pink already with a kill onto BB on, but a good trade out of Emmy, and Ramp has been taken over. Emmy just diving into this. Oh, she does get returned onto. Gonna leave this down to Fox in the 1 versus 3, but the dualies of Skittle proved to be too much. Imperium gonna start this one off with pistol. All right, well, I'll choose one. I'm going to, hey, oh, just talking about already. Somebody saying that the MP5 is still bad, which, I mean, is my standpoint. I equipped it, but it's gonna still have a rough mission against the MP9, which Karan has already used for the triple kill. Pink and Jiv to round things out.
Check.
And him.
Hello. How we doing? Yes. Am I in? Hello? Well, Floofies?
I hear you, but that's in Discord.
I know. I think I'm back. I'm being told by production I think I'm back, so... I'm so sorry, everybody.
Backstreet's back? All right.
Oh, thank you. I think... Whoa.
All right, so this is something that I was seeing today, which is the VOD decides to go slow motion. Interesting, but we'll see how it gives us some cinematic shots. Slow motion just going to lead to Bibian getting caught early on. The lobby crunch eating her alive, but Fox spins around, but not expecting the second player out of vending. You hear the bomb drop there, and that's a 2 versus 2 in the first 25 seconds of the round. Doesn't look like Imperium are going to be covering it, though, so there might be an opportunity for that to be recovered by Vanessa. Marie going to crunch into Hut on the other side. Oh, good kill. And it is going to leave Pink all alone. The Molly to cover off Heaven should allow the bomb to go down.
And there it goes. Bomb planted. Vanessa's going to hold from right beneath the lip of Heaven. Marie's a bit farther back, but she's ready to swing just as much. Molotov down into Vanessa's feet. A lot of utility being expensed here by who wants to get in. We'll find the first and the second. That's insane. One.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
And that's Imperium getting their 3rd round on the board.
Pink with the absolute heroics. There was so much lying in their way from both of the Flyquest players, putting down the Molotov, making sure that Heaven was an unfriendly place, but they just gave away too much with the footsteps, and it was just easy pickings. We could see the utility being dispensed as well. It seemed like Pink had full knowledge of where those Flyquest players were, either through calls or just through sound cues, and just an easy pickup. Bomb down is good, though, and 4 kills for Flyquest Red is going to mean decent money going into round number 4. So we do get the upgraded pistols at the very least, which Bibian already putting hers to good use. But Marie going to get this bomb down nice and fast with the vent dive down onto the B-bomb site. Good damage on Axios as well. Not going to be enough to finish the job, but that is at least going to soften him up, while the rest of the team has done a huge amount of work onto the rest of the Imperium side. 3 versus 2 for this afterplant. Utility flying into positions. Oh, the Tech 9 Emmy able to get the kill here, but Skittle with the trade. Fox doubles up, and Flyquest Red will find themselves on the board.
Yeah, kind of an interesting round in terms of the different aspects going on. I mean, it's really funny. They went for the vent dive because, of course, it's pistols. They want to get in there. They want to get the money going. And then they win the fights over towards A, which brings a huge question because the B planter is dead, and the CTs on the Imperium side are like, oh, well, there must be more on the B side because that's where they planted the bomb. That's not true at all. The good news is the rotations come in quickly. Everything gets solved. Lydia's now on an op, which is huge. Sorry, Fox. Fox is on an op. Sorry, first name basis kind of gang, you know.
You know her first name because you're cool like that. Oh,
Yeah.
Bibiana. Again, these I love these hut pushes going well for the T side. It's so fun where you're able to just get that upper hand so early on into the round, and it's going to be a big upper hit. Bibian with a triple to start off this round. She's going to break this site wide open. 4 for the round. And XDO's just going to find all of their teammates dead, walking into heaven, looking to see what kind of weaponry they can recover, but this is looking to be a save. Playing from behind stairs, though, still going to get the headshot onto Marie. But this round should be fairly over. The 1 versus 5 would be legendary with the MP9, and already that bomb halfway ticked down. Without a kit, there's nearly no hope of one player trying to prevent Emmy to steal up that final kill. Flyquest Red now bring it within 1 round of Imperium.
I want to say in the last match that Flyquest Red played on Nuke, on their T side specifically, that the hut pushes that they were getting from I want to say it was Marie and Bibian, and they alternated depending on who it was who's closest on the round, but the effectiveness of those hut pushes was just insane in terms of round conversion, and that was what really got them the win in that match, was just because of you know, they had a relatively slow start on that CT side. Now heading into this round, smokes have gone down outside. Marie has made her way across. They've put a lot less emphasis over in towards lobby. Xtios and Pink now in towards bottom secret, waiting. Marie, of course, just hoping somebody might pop up the steps. As the rest
I will say that upper side of the map can get super scary against the pistols. The 5.7s, I don't blame Flyquest Red for looking to play outside as much as possible. Against the save, Xtios out of secret. Oh, that's going to hurt. Losing the op of Fox.
Now, 3v4. Flyquest Red still desperately trying to retain that group structure, that pack mentality, to make sure they don't lose anybody without a trade coming in. Emmy is making her way forward. Marie at the same time has found one. Karin will drop, but it's just now left to Pink. 1v4.
Seen Pink in the clutch before. Dangerous pair of hands to be serving Imperium as that bomb does get the numbers tapped in. Getting ever closer to Vanessa. Oh, the Heaven player didn't spot them either. Look at this. We might get a knife kill, or at the very least, a nice clean headshot onto Vanessa. She has no idea what's waiting for her, and the knife kill will come through. AK picked up, and that is going to be a dangerous proposition for Flyquest. The tap onto the bomb. Bibian, though, not going to be faked out. Headshot onto Pink, and Flyquest Red will tie this one up.
Good round to come through. And it's good to see that they've quickly been able to reorient after losing the initial 3. Big guns coming in for Imperium now, though, yet again. Op in the hand, Pink, and we'll see how this goes. Fox has an op of her own. Going for that early hot push. You can see the utilities now come out from Imperium, and they're not sticking anybody close to it, just because they know that's an area that Flyquest Red will push them on.
Yeah, I mean, as we're coming out of the first half, you know, we can see the big players kind of starting to emerge already. Bibian going huge, but Emmy having some great rounds as well. And now the upper hit once again. Bibian again goes huge. The triple. Oh my goodness, this site is going to be completely bowled over. Pink and Xtios now forced away. They are just going to save this one up as Flyquest Red lock in the lead.
I don't think anybody on Flyquest Red took any damage in that initial fight. And like,
I mean, Bibian's just walking out and killing everyone.
She just kind of does her thing. Like, that's it is very hard to stop Bibian when she's going, and that's, I think, the best part of that, right? Is she's well accustomed now to playing that style of being aggressive through hut, making that a big focus. And now Marie's going to try and cause a stir here towards the end of the round as CTs are just looking to survive. Emmy and Marie have both gone down, so not a perfect round overall to end, but
well, but the money.
I agree. The money still looks good. Only losing 2 means you still keep the majority. And I mean, Vivian's got 11K in her back pocket. She's not sweating for any kind of cash right now.
You don't have a goose breeder on the server this time, but we do have Scrooge McDuck at the very least, with 5 digits of money on 2 of these players as the round started. Either way, we'll see those MP5s picked up once again. So Imperium seem really keen on the silenced SMG. I think that's going to be $1,500 or $1,600 spent on this SMG. So either the same cost or close to an MP7. Unfortunately, BB on this time looking the other way as the lobby push, the hut push, Punk able to get to 2. Good trade, but it's not a moment too soon. Fox needs a monster kill here. She's got 2 already. Now, oh my goodness, a player down, never mind. Fox just nailing Imperium one after another. This AWP obliterates the CT side. Might just give some hope to Flyquest Red on this round that's gotten a little bit out of whack.
Yeah, credit to the Imperium Opper for standing their ground and getting those kills already. But I mean, you can't stop Fox when it comes to this kind of a play.
Oh,
well,
that's slow motion.
That's that's
cinematic slow motion.
That is the funniest. You don't get to stay here, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a pain point before you leave. kicking us on the way out.
That is gonna hurt.
So, I mean, that does leave Vanessa in a 1v2 situation. I'm not sure how... Oh, okay. I believe Imperium won that round because the score is now 4-4. So, big round out of... I think it's Punk. I think we're going to stick with Punk. I was saying Pink earlier just because I kept thinking of Blackpink, but we'll go try and go with Punk on that one. But yeah, big round with the ops in play. And I mean, both were just on full display on how they react and how they were going forward. I really feel for Vivian in that round just because she was so locked in on watching for that lobby crunch coming in from ramp that there was no support for watching her hut, and there hadn't been a push previously, but that seemed like the prime round for Imperium to do something a little bit weird just because they had guns in play.
Yeah, again, after the pistols, that is going to be something that you do have to worry about, that the rifles are going to be back on the server. Yeah, that just felt an unlucky round to be leaving your lobby weak for Flyquest Red. But I mean, hey, now we're down to round number 9, and unfortunately, not looking too good for Flyquest Red. 2 versus 4. Fox with the AK, AWP, and Vanessa with the AK down onto the B-bomb site. Ooh, watch out for the bar. That bomb is going to interact with it. Down in the final 30 seconds of the round, it will be attempted to be planted. Door opened. Try and discourage the plant, but I think it will be stuck. And now initiative back onto Imperium, but they've got players all over the shop. Ramp, double doors. There's nowhere they can't emerge. And Imperium will take the lead right back.
Yeah, looks like a strong round coming out of Imperium, and unfortunately that post-plant situation was not a great one. Vanessa immediately had to take a fight with players coming in from ramp, and Fox was stuck just hard locked in on the double doors, especially because they've been opened, which always becomes a big problem when you're coming into a post-plant with an op in hand. You have to watch an angle that multiple players can swing into.
Yeah, that is definitely... It's one of the things that you'll see as the games get higher and higher level is how the players will lock in one angle at a time. And Yeah, Imperium giving themselves so many angles of attack there, just overwhelmed the last two remaining members. Now, at least with all of the money that was earned, Flyquest Red have one remaining buy to try and even things out once again. 3 rounds left in the half. Oh, that's not a good start, though. The 2 players red sidelined by Xtios coming out of secret.
Yeah, and a big player.
We
in
saw
BBN
this
as
last
well.
round. Oh, no. Oh, they did get BB on. You're right. Well.
And that's not great. It's Vanessa and Fox yet again. 2v5 this time, though. No player taking that as of yet. And a little bit of a struggle point, I guess. I think the best part about this so far is they probably don't have a way into the site because the double doors are closed, but they have a very good opportunity here to get a quick bomb plant down just because the nearest player is in towards ramp, right? A deep-seated ramp player, which gives them an opportunity to get down and get the bomb planted, which I believe they do have on them. Hopefully they do.
Hopefully.
Nope, they do. Okay.
Yeah, it does look like Fox will pull that one out. Starts to tap those numbers in, but oh man, the players coming in from ramp for Imperium pose such a threat. Fox deletes Charon from the server. Vanessa now looking to take up the mantle, trying to defend this ramp push. You can hear so many footsteps coming in. No. All 4 remaining players. She will be overwhelmed. Skittle taking point. Now it's just Fox playing from behind the big box. She's got to go for the reload, and look at how many pairs of arms, pairs of legs, and bullets are flying at her direction. It's Pink, the enemy opper, to put her down, and Imperium now with a 2-round lead.
And that's just one of those tough bits where, because the smoke is not far enough forward in towards the U-Haul there, in towards that doorway, Vanessa can't slip through into it and kind of hide in a corner, or just be missed as the players get ready to walk through that smoke. Instead, she gets caught immediately walking out, as it turns out to be a bit of a one-way for the CT side. Now, yeah, Fox just stuck in a bad spot there. I mean, Molotov at your feet, having to reload your rifle as well, it doesn't go right at all. And that leaves them with Tech 9s in hand, trying to get some money into this round and have something to go with into the final round of the half. And you're still hoping to maybe get a 7-5. We'll see how this round plays out.
Yeah, I think you're hoping at this point for that 7-4 to go your direction on the Flyquest Red side. So the save, honestly, the best call that they could possibly make. The force buy, a little bit too risky. So, although Marie going to be charging out from Hut, and again, the upper pressure. Oh, my goodness, the trade's coming in. Skittle able to drop 2, but unfortunately will be overwhelmed. 2 versus 3 with Charon now. Trading one back onto Fox. I'm going to be planted. And again, Flyquest Red, they're doing their best work when they do it fast. That nade, though, nearly terribly timed. Maybe on. She's recovered the AK, but the timing is being played with by that Heaven player. Oh, she's got to go for the reload now, but the smoke will section off Skittle, or Xtios in Heaven. Pink, meanwhile, shoots through the yellow divider in the towers. Oh, shots as Xtios falls out of Heaven, and it's just BB. She doesn't have many bullets left, but she doesn't need them. 5-6 as Flyquest Red on lower tier weapons succeed once again. The rushes doing so much more work than the slow, methodical play.
This is a tale of 2 players right now, really coming through for both sides. You've got BBon going up effectively against Pank on the other side there. So, yeah, if you can find the rabbit in the hat, you deserve to pull around. So we'll give it to them again. And all of a sudden now they're coming into money. They've come into big guns. And it's going to be a big battle to see, can they even out scoreline at 6 apiece to end this first half.
I mean, a 6-6 would be pretty fantastic considering the weaponry that Flyquest Red went into the last round with, and considering how some of these buy rounds have been, right? Like, You know, the 4 rounds that Flyquest run were off the back of pistols, and then, you know, the more methodical play hasn't really gone their way as Skittle just walks through hut and craps on 3 of the... Oh my goodness. At least there's a trade here from Emmy. Nades flying in, but that's not the thing to worry about as Punk sitting up in rafters. Just Vanessa left standing now. That hut push. Again, the lower level weapons and the rushes for Flyquest Red working so much better than rifles, and it's uncanny almost how this half kind of unfolded, but Imperium will take the advantage on their CT side 7-5 as we swap them over.
You know what? That's a pretty good half to end on, considering the how topsy-turvy it was, and especially towards the later end there, how much it looked like Imperium were just going to run away with it. The biggest thing now is you got to turn on the power when it comes to your CT side, because first time around playing a week and a bit ago, it was very much the T side that helped them out in terms of round count. They were either was even or they were down a round or 2 on their CT side, and then they were able to turn around once they got to the T. However, this time around, it is a full ramp rush coming in from Imperium. Fox is going to find the first on that. She'll keep going. The P2000. Big shots coming through. Emmy will try and keep that path of destruction going. Instead, it's going to be Marie from below. Everybody's a P2K enjoyer today. I like to see this.
I was going to say, Flyquest Red, a bit of an anomaly with these P2Ks. Imperium do manage to pull it back, and Doolies are a bit like multiple P2Ks, right? The Beretta is just basically a P2K, right? I'm not a gun knower. Oh my gosh, look at the HP. The Doolies are perfect for the situation. She just needs 1 bullet into Charon, and there it is, the headshot for the pistol round. Flyquest Red deny the bomb plant down lower and nearly even things out.
Huge way to start the half. Means they can get into the guns instantly. So MP9s, FAMAS, M4 inbound. And again, I do want to just point this out real quick because it is insane. Bibion is 19-7. 1 more kill, she's hit the 20 kill floor. I mean, we could definitely see her hitting 30.
Chad is also pointing out the rounds.
No, I refuse to say it. I won't even acknowledge it. They can have their joy. I'm not participating in anything that they want to permit with that.
I'm old. I figure the more that I call it out, the less fun it'll get. So very good, chat. You have pointed out the 6-7. I'm proud of you, chat. Good job. It will be looking like a 7-7 though. Skittle the last one on any hit points, and the pistols pulled out by Marie to clean things up. 7-7. Flyquest even things up. Yeah, I'm going to call out those numbers all the time because eventually people will be like, "Oh, he thinks it's funny too. Never mind, this isn't funny anymore." That's the hope.
I'm gonna kind of age myself a little bit here. When I'm at work, I listen to podcasts, and one of them it's a hockey podcast. But the guys, some of these guys, they're in their 30s, they have kids, right? And you know, they were talking about the whole thing, and the one guy was saying, "Yeah, my kid has stopped saying it because somebody in his class was like, that's so 2025, and we're in 2026 now."
See, this is where my head goes, and this is where my hope is, that I alone can make 6-7 irrelevant, and I can bring anyone over to my cause in unironically saying 6-7 until people stop saying it. As we go, though, Bibion with a double and Fox picking one off with the AWP does bring this one to a 2 versus 5. So this first 3 rounds going to look eerily similar to Flyquest Red's T side of losing the first 3. Though I am getting a bit ahead of myself. It is still 2 versus 5.
Ooh, make it 4.
Ooh.
Fox has gone down. That's a little bit unfortunate. No, I was going to say, we kind of glossed over the start of that round, and it seemed a bit, you know, not much of an impactful round just because of how the kills were starting. And especially with Xeos going down now, Skittle doesn't really have much to work with. But it's kind of crazy. This round felt so casual, so quick. But Imperium had weapons. They had rifles in their hands. They had AKs, and they were ready to go in and pick up a round. And it just kind of gets brushed aside. And a lot, some of that is on Beyond getting opening kills with Fox outside, and some of that is just kind of it didn't seem like there was much in terms of pace for Imperium to get going onto this round. They feel like they're stuck in neutral right now.
They do. I will say, I noticed that Vanessa did have that MP9, so that's nice to be able to throw away an SMG for the AWP pickup and not have to worry about losing a rifle or something like that. And the rest of the team gets to pick up AKs. So huge upgrades for Flyquest Red. But now that we are in the position that I was mentioning, where Imperium won the first 3, this is a golden opportunity for Imperium, especially with that saved AK, to cause some major mayhem to even things back out. So I'm a little bit worried if that does come to pass. The upper hits on Nuke can be just obliterating.
All right. Hero AK and some Tech 9s to go for this one. J1V to open the door. And it is Skittle with the AK. So the whole plan is kind of sacrifice yourselves for the AK. And initially, they don't even have to. Skittle will win that fight against Beyond. Low HP, so the gun will get traded over to another teammate. But blood in the water. Marie getting aggressive. Oh, she's gone down the ladder. She might pick up a quick kill here. There it is.
Oh, this is risky, though,
goes
for
down.
I'm going to say, if they heard sound, the spams could have been really, really painful. Fox, though, from out of heaven. And Emmy's now got her top hut position, so they do manage to clothesline too, but the pistol and that hero rifle are coming in extremely clutch for Imperium. They do get the bomb down, and Vanessa comes in from hut behind them to finish the job here at Flyquest Red. Will overthrow the curse of winning 3 and then losing against the Eco.
Yeah, a little bit more labored than they probably would have liked, but good hold nonetheless across the board, and especially from Vanessa, great timing to come in through that lobby area and find the angle that really kind of confused Imperium. They weren't ready for the first on that, and then the angle was just poor for the bomb planter to get that kill coming through. So 9-7 now. We'll get a little bit of slow-mo action there. The added effect. You know what? I will say, if I know we got disconnected earlier, but if the forward movement there is, yeah, we're just gonna allow the game to slow down massively so you don't disconnect. I'm kind of okay with that. Of course, though, as I mentioned that, I'm not okay with this. I want to get back to the game, please.
Yeah, it's too close. We just saw Imperium coming in with rifles, so this again is going to be something that Flyquest Red have already struggled with on their T side. We'll see how this full buy goes. I mean, hopefully we'll get to see it. Right now, we're getting to enjoy the lower half of Nuke. How do you think the water tastes?
I did have an answer for that pre-planned, even though you've never asked that question before. It tastes like crayons.
Nice.
You know.
We have a forklift. You ever want to lick the forklift?
You know, I think the question actually is, are you in fact forklift certified? Because I know I'm not forklift certified. I'm the only person at my branch currently that isn't forklift certified.
I am also not forklift certified. You know who else isn't? Is Flyquest Red are now forced to go for the retake. 2 versus 3. It does look like they've lost Fox's op, and Bibian has died as well. So not an easy retake, but they're going to go for the heaven push. 30 seconds left already. Feels like a very risky business. They do have enough utility left over, but Skittle and Charon sideline them both. And Imperium, with the full weapons, able to line things up.
Yeah, I think I would have appreciated a save out of that on the 2 rifles. But was an interesting attempt, to say the least. So hopefully Flyquest are able to get something going on this round. They are scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of what they've got in the bank. We'll get Fox and Op, though. That's a big point. She hasn't been as noticeable so far, but we'll definitely try and see if we can find see if she can find more into this upcoming round here.
Well, timeout expires, so yeah, this is a dangerous one. Both sides at some serious risk at running out of money, though Imperium a little bit better situation for them. Yeah, this could be a very big unraveling, and I do want to call out J1V picking up the MP7 this time around. Again, I touched on it earlier in the game, the fact that the weapons were buffed. You know, hold on. Big push into Hut. Skittle waiting for anyone to show their head. Emmy peeks on in, but proves to get the better of him. But it was a fun thing to talk about at the beginning of last season, where the MP9 its spray pattern got nerfed. But then after a few weeks, everyone was calling it a buff. So it was just like, all right, will we see a similar thing this time as Bibian continues to clap heads? Where people are trying the MP7 and MP5 and then go, yeah, these guns are still bad.
They just need a bit more whimsy in their life, I think. Get a little bit more, a little more fun with it. 50 seconds left on the clock here, though. 4v2. Emmy is as still as a rock. As Pink is waiting. Try and see anything come forward. The answer is Flyquest Red. Why do we have to go anywhere? They have to come to us. No bomb plant yet. They've got to force the decision.
And the positions for Imperium aren't great. Funk is still sitting in back of lobby. Axios is hanging out by the barrels outside, in between Mini and Marshmallow, it looks like, at least from the X-rays. Yeah, so little flash of where he actually is standing. These are save spots.
That is a big decision made right there. Luckily, neither of them will get hunted.
Well, that's going to be great for the money of Flyquest Red.
Yeah.
I mean, it does deny them 2 kills in the kill bonus on the CT side, but it demolishes your money to save on the T side. So, I don't know. Definitely rough.
Nope. Early start has a few players in towards the lobby area, now fanning out to different areas of the site, or of the map, rather. Actually, it's a build-up in trophy, as Vanessa potentially will be under fire here in just a few seconds. Let's get ready to go for a ramp play.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen a whole lot of ramp play from either side aside from the pistol round, but this time Imperium take full control, though they will have to contend with Vanessa once they've made it down, and this is a difficult spot to root out. Oh, the first shot's missed, but the second set do succeed. Skittle with the trade, but Marie on the other side coming from single door, joined by Bibian, who will be erased. A lot of disconnected kills coming in as Imperium make their way down lower, but they have definitely taken this site. You know, the question is whether they can hold it. They still haven't gotten that bomb down, so in these final 40 seconds, that is something that they'll need to figure out, and that's the last piece of utility tossed out. Ooh, there we go. Punk from control, able to clap down onto Marie, but the trade leaves Fox in a right position with Skittle trying to make his way up ramp. And Flyquest Red now 2 rounds away from their second victory.
Got huge play coming in there from the squad. And I mean, a lot of that starts off with Vanessa just staying alive, right? She does a little bit of damage. She spots the players coming forward, and then she dips, right? It's just quick in, quick out, stays alive, holds the line for a little bit longer, and that gives time for the rest of the rotates to get in. Gives time. Forces Imperium to have to give a bit of pause and be more cautious, and get another game pause coming in here as a timeout is probably being done right now. A very good chance here right now for Flyquest.
Yeah, I'd imagine after that one you'd want to talk, just because, again, with the ramp being so underplayed this game, and the one you'd almost expect to get so much more control out of ramp than you got there. But Fox showing up, coming out of heaven when she did, to erase one and get that player advantage for Flyquest Red so early on, really sold that round for the CT side. Now this one looking to be a fast play on upper. You can see the nade into Squeaky already, but Molly will deny anything fast. So what are the next steps for Imperium?
Cry. Plan didn't work. It's over. No,
that sounds like my 5K Premier games.
I knew I saw you playing in those. No, I mean,
I'm ready to accept my position on Imperium as IGL. There was a Molly there, and we were going to do that. Therefore, cry, go back, save.
Speaking of crying, Karan is in a weird spot right now with Bibian watching all through Squeaky. Has Marie protecting her back just in case. And Stios is the only one outside right now, which is crazy to think of. It's just kind of everybody's everywhere. Oh. Whoa, hold on, here we go.
Well, Jiv gets the party started with that MP7, but it's not enough to take the advantage in the end here. Punk, the lone player standing for Imperium in the 1 versus 2, knows there's something up in heaven, or at least has a pretty darn good idea. Gonna get the Molly to try and flush anyone out of there. Oh, here's the tick onto Fox. So knows that this is going to be a safe place to at least get the bomb down for the 1 versus 2. Oh, that's the elbow on Tetris. Vanessa sticking out. Has to pull out the Glock, though, out of bullets. But the Glock, look at how much damage he's doing. He's nailing every single shot. And the leg, not going to be enough to finish the day. Oh, the no-scope, though. Fox does hit it. And Flyquest Red go up to map point.
Yes, the secondary that is designed expressly for this purpose of firing up on close range isn't working. Time to just pull out the op. Like, let's just give it a go.
I mean, to end it with the no-scope, too, is just such a power play here. Like, you hear your opponent is just pulling out the pistol. You don't know necessarily that they haven't reloaded the AK, but it's just like, yeah, whatever. We've got rounds. Now they've got a very, very big advantage on the buy. The AWP, better utility, plenty of kits.
So yeah, this one fans out. Again, a majority of Imperium are inside. Initially, looked like they were going to try trophy room again, and that's not going to be the case. Maybe they go hut? We don't know. As Fox is fighting outside versus one of the 5.
I feel like you're playing Battleship when you're just shooting through the smokes there. It's just like, and what could potentially be the final round, we disconnect. And I have some bad news, chat.
Hold on. Wait a few more seconds before we try and...
All right, we'll see if we can reconnect to this one. We're done?
We're done?
Okay.
Oh,
so I've got some bad news, chat, and some good news. The bad news is we're going to miss the final round of the game. The good news is they won.
Hey, and you know what? They did better. They have a better record. They won this one 13-8. They're +1 on their
Yeah.
nuke stats, guys. That's crazy.
That is. Well, and it brings Flyquest Red up to a 2-1. It brings Imperium down to a 2-2. Again, there should be a fourth game for Flyquest Red, but Valve
figuring that
patch.
out.
We were trying to, I was talking about it anytime someone bought an MP7 or MP5. So, but yeah. GG's. Sorry for the anticlimactic ending.
You know what? I'd rather they win and we don't see it than watch them lose. That's I think that's a good way to look at it. But
Bibion dropping 30 in regulation. That's fantastic.
Beauty. We love to see that. Yeah, just crazy kills coming across the board. Good day at the office across, for everyone there. And I mean, it helps when you have a 31 goal machine on your side, no matter what. And we love that. We love to see that. It's a good way to get to get the win under their belt and to be ready for the next one when that one comes through. But I believe we're working on the interview potentially. Yeah, so we've got that coming up. Speaking of the update, have you had a chance to go around and check any of it out, Floofies? Have you done some Anubis investigations or?
I have actually. I was just kind of playing with what are good ways to, and of course other people have all been posting their own opinions, but what are good ways to make sure that the whole, hold on, I have to say it right, whole is you have enough utility to flush it out, because on CT, oh, did you just mute me, Will?
No,
oh,
no,
never
no,
mind.
no. Just keep going,
I was being silly, and I heard, can you say something?
No, we're all good.
All right. Sorry, my silliness aside, it sounds like we do have Bibion in for the call, so we will get her into the video soon. I think over there. No, over there. Parks is over there.
Do you need to pick a day on the bad dad jokes calendar to get you out of this? Quickly.
February 31st. We're cut to interview. Cut to interview.
Will's the production. Right. Sorry, we got a little too silly there, Bibion. How are you doing after that win?
I'm feeling pretty good. Very happy with that.
So I guess first question is, have you had a chance, I'll ask you the same question that Parks asked me. Have you had a chance to run around Anubis yet?
Yeah. We ran earlier today, just running around for a little bit, testing a few different things. I think I actually quite enjoy a lot of the changes. The only one that kind of puzzles me is like the E-box hole. But everything else like kind of made sense.
Please, do you have another question? I had one, then it escaped my mind as I was about to say it.
How are you feeling about the weapon changes? We saw Imperium picking up the MP7 and MP5 a whole bunch. Do you think that's going to make its way into the strat book at all?
I don't know if it's specifically going to be like, I mean, it's an option for players, I guess. We've seen a couple of players pick it up for like opponents as well, just in scrims and stuff, just testing it out. It seems pretty like nice so far. I haven't personally like used it, but it could be good, yeah.
So we've seen mostly Nuke and Dust 2 so far, coming through the map pools. Again, only 3 matches. Can't really say much in diversity of the map pool yet. But with the change and everything, are we hoping to try and get more maps played during the advanced season? Or are we kind of sticking back to the defaults of that Dust 2, that Nuke, and maybe throwing in a Mirage here and there, kind of depending? I know it's very veto dependent, but are you guys trying to diversify the maps that you play during the season?
Yeah, I think so, because we have a new team and we have it's still pretty early in the season and we're still just trying to make sure we get the fundamentals right on like the maps that we've played so far. And then I think when we get those down, and then we're just playing it by ear as well, by who we're playing, depending on the week, and if we need to work on that map or not. But yeah, so far it's just been those 3 maps, but then definitely gonna work on having a big map pool in the future. And also we're not playing fucking Inferno, that map can die. There's just like there was a certain player that like
the permaban right there.
There's a certain player that like held back the team, that held back a certain map in the pool. So
how does it feel? Speaking of maps, how does it feel having Train out of the map pool?
I like that too. I think Train just felt very awkward to play. With like. I don't know, it just didn't feel the same. Obviously, it's not the same, because it's as the old Train, but it just wasn't feeling super nice. I don't know how to explain it. It just felt uncomfortable to play that map.
And then my last question, I guess, talking about feeling comfortable and gelling and everything like that. It's been a few weeks with Fox kind of being around the roster a little bit. Are you guys feeling a little bit more comfortable with her now being around? Is the role change working out really well? And how can you just speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, no, she's been an amazing substitute. She's getting the reps in with us, and yeah.
Great stand-in, top 10.
Great stand-in.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of like taking your opponent's biggest weapon and going, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and pretty much what Shake said last interview as well. Like, the X Factor is there. Like, she's an amazing fucking AWPer. And, yeah. Very happy to have her as a stand-in, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, I mean, that's all the questions I've got, Floofies. Do you have anything more?
That's all. I was going to ask about Fox as well. So why don't we go to sponsors? We got Logitech. Sorry, I was not prepared.
Any shout outs for BBon?
Oh, do you have shout outs?
Any shout outs?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, shout out Logitech. Shout out Flyquest. Shout out my teammates and everyone's parents and you guys, and yeah, everyone watching. Thank you for supporting and keeping us relevant.
It's awesome to have you around, Vivian. Thank you so much for the interview. Hope you have a good rest of your night.
You too. Cheers.
All right.
Well.
You got your time you can shout out all the other sponsors now, Floofies. You've got a chance to do it. Your floor is yours. Who are the other sponsors we should be shouting out?
Who are the other sponsors? Well, there's the sponsor that just showed up in the corner now.
Burmud.
I can't actually. Yeah. It's BR Mud. Then there's 5 free something, and yeah, I need to probably write down who the sponsors are.
Read up on them. I will say
for the future.
I've been seeing it going through. Main stage is a thing that's been popping up for 2XKO. If anybody's interested in learning a bit more about that, there's a link that Nightbot has been posting. Everything really cool to see. But yeah, that's the show for tonight. We're still kind of figuring out next dates coming up. I believe we're guaranteed next Wednesday. That's coming up for sure. The other matches are still kind of limbo, so do keep an eye out on the socials, and we'll figure it out from there. Floofies, you got any final words before we get out of here?
No, I mean, 2 Nuke games, 2 Nuke wins. That's got to feel pretty good, and I hope everyone has a good weekend. Stay warm, because
yes,
it's going to be cold just about everywhere with varying degrees of how cold it is. So stay warm, stay comfy, and we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.